start the regular meeting. Council Tuesday, February 4th at 7 p.m. Pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please do the roll call.
Alderman Johnson. Alderman Fairlawn.
Here.
Alderman Rita. Here. Alderman Montoya. Alderman McGee.
Present.
Alderman Carr.
Here.
Alderman Rowe. Alderman
Okay. Need a motion to approve city council minutes from January 24th, 2023. Regular city council meeting is a motion. Alderman Carr, second Alderman McGee on the question. Question?
I have a correction.
Yep.
Under the waste management ordinance, with the new fees, Alderman Rowe had made a motion to amend the ordinance for 1 year. And I seconded it, and then, the rest of the aldermen agreed.
I know it's in the ordinance. That's
Yeah, it's in the minutes to it. Alderman Rose stated he wanted to amend the ordinance for the first year. She wanted to show about.
All right, thank you.
Other questions? Clerk, please do the roll call.
Alderman Fairwell.
Aye.
Alderman Rita.
Aye.
Alderman McGee.
Aye.
Alderman Carr.
Aye.
No, it's not aye. Passes. Public comments? Any public comment? Any public comment?
Good evening, everyone. Alan Steele. Mayor, how was your vacation? I have been coming to these meetings for over 45 years, studying my government, volunteering my time as a citizen, concerned citizen, as a resident. Your history major. It has been tradition of our residents coming to the council meetings to ask questions and receive answers from those elected. The monies for the new streets, where do they come from? How much was spent on the new streets? Was there a bidding process? It seems that public comment is not working. Perhaps we need a public statement, questions answered by our elected. Do you recall when Mayor Withers' motto was? Spruce up Blue Island. Spruce up Blue Island. Mayor Withers appointed me to the Civil Service Commission, and I also became chairman. It was a wonderful experience. Appropriations meetings, when will they be on? The members of our community need to be at the table, making decisions and coming up with our solutions. Which other garbage companies bid on garbage disposal? The LRS heavy garbage trucks, they are damaging our streets and alleys. We need a low limit signs. Mayor, city council, what have you done to open up the hospital? The hospital must feed Blue Island's future, not adult cannabis or gambling. Blue Island needs a hospital open and functioning as a hospital. Our fathers and grandfathers left us a better state, a better county, a better Blue Island than we're leaving our children. And this is unacceptable. We're still waiting on the city treasurer to give us a monthly statement put at the back table. That's always been done. But it's almost 2 years now. He refuses to do this. Where's the transparency? I stand with the first responders. Thank you.
Any other public comment? Not, I'll move down to C, fire department, motion of Larry Bestreider. Right hand. I, Larry Bestscheider, having been appointed to the office of lieutenant, City of Blue Island, County of Cook, State of Illinois, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, Constitution for the State of Illinois, that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of lieutenant for the fire department in the City of Blue Island, County of Cook, State of Illinois. Best of my abilities, help me God.
To the best of my abilities. Over here.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
This side? Thank you. There. Raise your hand. Repeat after me. I, Eric Hacker,
I, Eric Hacker,
having been appointed to the office of firefighter
have been appointed to the office of firefighter
in
in
the City of Blue Island,
the city of Blue Island,
County of Cook,
county of Cook,
State of Illinois,
state of Illinois,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and faithfully discharge the duties
of the office in the fire department,
of the office of the fire department,
City of Blue Island,
city of Blue Island,
County of Cook,
county of Cook,
State of Illinois,
state of Illinois,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Next.
She also put our. All right.
Yeah, we're trying to get it right now.
Okay. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Michelle Soto Rodriguez,
I, Michelle Soto Rodriguez,
having been appointed to the office
have been appointed to the office
of part-time police officer
of part-time police
in
officer
the City of Blue Island,
in the city of Blue Island,
County of Cook,
county of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution,
the Constitution,
State of Illinois,
state of Illinois,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of part-time police officer
of part-time police officer
in the City of Blue Island
in the city of Blue
to the
Island
best of my abilities.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. All right. We'll do a short recess. I think that's it, right? Keith? All right, a short few-minute recess in case you have to get out with your family. You got a lot of business, so I don't want to hold you hostage. So, all right, short recess.
Months in Korea, returned to Blue Island in early 1953. Whereas Richard W. Withers married Shirley Jean Fadden at Grace Methodist Church, September of 1954. In 1960, the couple purchased a house located at 12856 Highland Avenue, where they lived with their family for the next 3 decades. Whereas Richard Withers served as local in 1963, 1965, and whereas Richard Withers was elected mayor of the city of Blue Island, 1965, position he served in 1977.
Whereas Richard Withers' tenure as mayor includes multiple advancements and achievements for the city, including expanding park space, dedication of the new Blue Island Public Library, the new Blue Island Police Station, the development of Blue Camp, serve those with developmental disabilities, multiple infrastructure improvements in Western Avenue, as well as the early phases of acquiring land that would later become the John D. Reeder Recreation Center. Therefore, I, Mayor Fred Bellato, on behalf of the citizens of Blue Island, do hereby recognize and honor Richard Withers for his many years of service to this country and to the city, and further recognize that Mayor Withers made a significant and meaningful contributions to the city of Blue Island, the city put into the record. Today's date, February 14, 2023. Next, we have a proclamation to declare March 15, 2023, Intellectual and Developmental Disability Awareness Day in the city of Blue Island. Whereas Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month reminds the public to bring awareness, educate, and respect people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And whereas disability is a natural part of the human experience, does not diminish the right of people to live independently, to exert control and choice over their own lives, fully participate in and contribute within the fabric of the economic, social, political, and cultural mainstream within their community. Whereas Blue Island supports and seeks to educate the community about the rights of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities to live their best lives, not be seen as a person with a disability, but as a contributing neighbor, coworker, church member, voter, friend, volunteer, and valued member of the community. Whereas, as we treat everyone with dignity, respect, and kindness, we will continue to spread awareness throughout our community so that all people embrace. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Fred Bellato, Mayor of the City of Blue Island, do hereby proclaim March 15, 2023 as Intellectual and Developmental Disability Awareness Day in Blue Island. I encourage all citizens to embrace the principles of equality and inclusion for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. In the record today, February 14, 2020. Sorry.
Yeah.
Say anything?
Well, we just want to say thank you.
We can take a picture too.
Not the process, but. Really? Yeah, you guys. What do you say? I'm very nervous. I'm very nervous to be here.
They're two of our custodians that are. Stand here.
We can get right
You
here.
can Go down.
Oh,
and the whole council.
Yeah. Everything else. You go closer.
We need to move down.
No, I got it. I got it right here.
Thank Virgil is over there.
All right, very good. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very good job.
Of course, yeah. He's also a coworker. So. No, we feel it. Yeah, thank you. Ready, guys? Thank you.
Moving on, our mayor's report, payroll, the amount of $390,837. 60. Your motion, all the rolls, all the read it, on the question. Clerk, please do the roll call.
Alderman Fairwell,
Aye.
Alderman Rita,
Aye.
Alderman McGee,
Aye.
Alderman Carr,
Aye.
Alderman Roll.
Aye.
5 ayes, Your Honor.
Carries. Next, we have a motion to approve accounts payable in the amount of $832,122.70. Is there a motion? Motion by Alderman McGee, second by Alderman Fairwell on the question. Alderman Rita.
On page 8, I think it was HFSGEMT Bureau of Fiscal Operation for $241,993. What is that?
Reimbursements, I believe, on task one.
GEMT is Ground Emergency Medical Transport, and it is a federally operated program ran through the state and then given to municipalities. It basically provides supplemental payment for transporting Medicare patients. And then we get a larger sum of money from our medical transport, but then we have to reimburse a portion of that twice a year.
And when's the second? You know,
So it covers first half and then the next. We already did one
June
payment
or
this
something?
year.
so this is the first one probably in the.
No, this is the second one for this year, for 2022.
Okay,
So this is
so this is the 2022.
correct.
Okay. And then I have one other question.
Yes.
On page 9 on page 9 for the antique police car.
This was a bunch of different community events last year. 'Cause the police department doesn't have anything for community events, like the fire department has all vests. And the amount of money we put into all vests and continue with all vests, the police department should also be equally represented. So they finally found one, I believe, that was a Chicago police car, fully outfitted, painted, how much needing to be done to it.
And this was the last year, just.
We had money in community promotions last year, but now we're this year, so they can find a car. The other,
Yeah, not really a question, but just a comment. There's a payable, if you do payment of Thornton's, tax rebate, which I understand is legally obligated to pay. But I learned something tonight, or Steve when he talked about Mayor Withers and something he liked to say was spruce up Blue Island. And folks at Thornton's still don't seem to understand that. And I noted also on the report, Mr. Mayor, that you gave us the first time I had to see before the building department report, the monthly report.
we're getting that from now.
Yeah, quite interesting, thank you. That Thornton's was, I guess they paid 3 fines in the month of January, $750 each. I don't know, one of those, I watched one of my numerous complaints about the trash that accumulates there all the time. And I don't know what point they legally become a nuisance, but I consider them a nuisance. And so it galls me somewhat to pay this money to pay them. And I would hope that they would at some point become a better corporate citizen. They're one of our largest corporate citizens, certainly one of our most visible corporate citizens. They're essentially the front door to Blue Island. And not only that, but I was in there last week, and once again, looked to a pump, got out whole day. I was kind of a bit of a rush, and the pump was pumping gas at a rate of about 1 gallon an hour. And I put in 3 gallons and gave up and went home. You know, I don't know if this is how they treat other customers, or just Blue Island, but I'm really tired.
Alderman, duly noted. I know that today, Larry, here he left, but they cleaned up Olive Street today. There are workers out there, so they must have got word that they paid some fines. Yeah, but it's been on the radar. And that's not the first round. I saw that on. And it shocks me, even Dollar Tree, I think paid $300 or $450 fines. So one just gets the problem.
Yeah,
You know, just-
I guess pay cash.
Any other questions? Not going to do the roll.
Alderman Fairwell,
Aye.
Alderman Rita,
Aye.
Alderman McGee, Alderman Carr,
Aye.
Alderman Roll.
Aye.
5 ayes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Next, we have C, order to the City of Blue Island, County, Illinois, requiring northbound vehicle traffic to stop the alley adjacent to 2337 Prairie Street, providing penalties in violation thereof. Is there a motion? Alderman Roll, second by Alderman Fairwell, on the question.
I would just like to thank City Mr. Logan, his attorney, Aaron, and Public Works Director for hopping right on this one and getting it done real quick. So appreciate it. Thank you.
No question. None. Clerk, please do the roll.
Alderman Fairwell,
Aye.
Alderman Rita,
Aye.
Alderman McGee, Alderman Carr,
Aye.
Alderman Roll.
Aye.
5 ayes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Motion carries on the brief. This is Valentine's Day. Couple things. IDOT, streets in town, we're finally ready to go out to bid to increase the LED, well, do the final change on all the LED, all the streetlights to make LED, 147 Western Avenue and so on, to match what we did last year with all our residential streets. It's going to greatly increase the visibility, especially our regions on our 7 streets. That's coming down soon. And also, they are, I believe they're meeting with Public Works soon regarding the sewer televising streets. That's coming down the pipe very soon too. You probably see that. That's pretty much all I got right now. City Clerk.
Black History Month, February 26th at 3 o'clock at the John G. Peter Recreation Center. The Blue Island Library is hosting a East Saturday on March 11th, from 2 to 4. Chamber of Commerce is their awards dinner is on 3/18 at 6 o'clock. Our hometown heroes are now accepting applications until 4/1/23. So we're gonna start hanging them up on Memorial Day and they'll be down on Veterans Day. Guelph Public Library is hosting several events for Easter, so reserve your spots now. Community cleanup this year is April 29th. I'll save the date. The river cleanup is 5/13. Blue Island American Legion Post 50 will be hosting Happy Days Friday and Saturday, May 19th and May 20th. And May Fest this year is May 13th at Old Western. All businesses that are planning on hosting outdoor events, please fill out a special event form. And all residents that are hosting block parties, please fill out block party form.
All right, thank you, City Treasurer. Any comments to make? May I just have a monthly treasurer's report ending 31st? Motion for the treasurer, all the amounts, all the journal, all the questions. Clerk, please do the roll.
Alder Fairwell,
Aye.
Alder Rita,
Aye.
Alder McGee,
Aye.
Alder Carr,
Aye.
Alder Roll.
Aye.
5 ayes, Your Honor.
Carries. Any city attorney?
Yeah.
City administrators?
City Administrator. One item tonight, in the spirit of Valentine's Day, but more romantic than bulk waste. So I won't go into, what the changes done with bulk waste. We've all been through that ad nauseum over both the ordinance that we recently passed and the contract that preceded it. But we are very much in the public, awareness and education phase of this. Public Works has been making some incremental changes over the past few weeks, but starting next week, we're going all the way into the plan that we had that we have all talked about. So in an effort to try to simplify this, we took the one page of the newsletter that has already gone out and just stripped it down and simplified it to what's going to be the biggest change that we're going to deal with here, right? So 2 bulk waste items weighing 50 pounds or less can be next to your garbage can with all with your regular waste as part of your regular pickup. Anything 2 items or heavier can be picked up. More than 2 items or heavier can be picked up by appointment by calling Public Works. If you have heavier items or more than 2 items, it has to fit into a 2-yard dumpster, which we again put a graphic on here to help understand that. And then this is what's going to be the most important part of the enforcement. Larger bulk loads that can't fit into a 2-yard dumpster are going to be the responsibility of the property owner. That's going to be where we're going to have this is the way this is supposed to be. We've never done this before, et cetera, et cetera. But this is what is ultimately key in our bulk roll, right? So this will be the important part that we're doing. So I gave each one of the copies of flyers. This basic message was going to be blasted out on social media, front and center on our website. We'll be announcing it every way we can. I have additional copies of this flyer, but I'm going to take some with you. If talk to Public Works and talk to the building department and the folks who are involved in code enforcement, I'll tell you, this is going to boil down to about probably 3-4 dozen properties that are going to be consistent repeat offenders here, right? So, when some of those folks are in your ward, you might want to give them a heads up. Also, by tomorrow, I expect to have everything translated to Spanish, so I can share that via email as well if you want to print it at home. But we're happy to print color copies to have you distribute and work how you see fit. We also recently posted for a position. We're looking for a code enforcement officer. This would not be a sworn police officer. This would be an administrative employee whose job would solely be to focus on the code enforcement issues that we're talking about here. So not only bulk, but the other seasonal code enforcement issues that we have. We have our police and our police administration handling a lot of that right now. We'd like a lot of the thematic things we talk about here to shuffle things so that police are focusing on police and code enforcement is focusing on code enforcement. A lot of the municipalities have it structured. So we're going to be looking for that to wrap up our enforcement efforts and just education and accountability. That's what we're trying to do there. So happy to answer any questions about that, but we are entering into that phase. I do anticipate the alderman will hear about it from your residents in various ways.
Question?
Sorry, Mr. Logan. That would be a pain.
I guess.
So in regards to the mattresses. So obviously, Lake Shore will be going down the alley probably before us. We'll see mattresses out there without plastic on it. Like, how would that? Will they look?
So how we're going to get the benches covered, as you point out.
Like, how would the residents know? like if the lake shore's going down the alley, they say, oh, we're not picking that up, it's not covered with plastic. Do they make a notation of it and let Public Works know, or will we be responsible? What, how does that actually go down?
Yeah, I understand. It's a good question. So, we see the mattress, we already know it's out there. It's a good one. Let me talk with Public Works. We have a growing list of the ones that we really know, and it's a very valid question, because there does need to be, how rapid and efficient can we do that communication? Because just leaving it there until they complain probably isn't the best answer. Our contract with LRS says, but then it's how do we effectively communicate that quickly back to the residents? Say, hey, you gotta go get a plastic bag. Yeah.
On the note, on a plus side, we've only done this, got the route maybe a couple weeks. And there's been about over 40 people, right? We counted today, Tom, 40 people coming to get the bags already.
Oh,
So
that's
it's great,
great.
it's getting out.
Really good.
It's good.
But like I said, we are working through, myself, Supervisor Schroeder and a few other people, Mark Tass, we're working through, like I said, a lot of these sort of what ifs. So that's a good what if, right? Because that's how we're gonna have to solve this thing a lot of times, case by case basis, right? And then I think our processes will improve this. Learn more from mistakes.
I'm gonna need some more of these.
Sure.
I like the way it's laid out. It's a fast improvement. And
Yeah.
It's really laser focused on the issues.
Trying to keep it simple.
Yeah.
Fast improvement from the left.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Anything else now?
Oh, that's it.
All right. Automatic announcements, comments, questions? Now we need a motion to adjourn.
I just wanted to say, great job with the dedication. PD and to everyone who was involved. Chief Marshals, and everybody who took part, but it was really a beautiful dedication. It was really awesome. You guys all did a great job. It was very, very impressive. So thank you. And I have one other question. I'm going to come tonight, I'm sorry. If I could please get a copy of the revenue expense report from 2022, and then do we have a new one starting for 2023?
Yes.
Thank you.
Anything else? Motion to adjourn. Goals, Rita, any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Get forward.